Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.
That's right. Taylor Heating and Plumbing and Air Conditioning. It's good on a day like today. It's a little muggy out today. Call Taylor for their Plumbing Safety Essentials Plus plan. Save $100 on a Bradford White water heater. Get free diagnostic fees and no overtime charges on emergency repairs. Call Taylor 500 Help. Air conditioning, heating, plumbing, home energy, and of course, they help with financing. So when you call 500 Help, ask for Jerry and he will set you up. Precision Lawn and Garden, 195 North Avenue in Webster, open weekdays 8 to 5, Saturday 9 to noon. Precision Lawn and Garden has been providing Rochester and the surrounding areas professional sales and service since 1969. It's a long time. And if you want a great lawnmower, maybe your lawnmower crap the bed because that's what everyone's doing every other day. We're mowing the lawn, right? You can go on up to Precision Lawn and Garden on North Avenue in Webster, and Kimberly and Justin will set you up. They have all models, all products, sale models as well. So check it out, Precision Lawn and Garden. And nothing makes the curb appeal on your house look better than a freshly sealed driveway. Express Sealers, they're the guys to call. Express Sealers is not a fly-by-night company. They are not one of those door knocker sealing companies. So protect your investment. Call 645-2010. That's 645-2010 for Express Sealers. And if you're looking for steady work and good pay, Express Sealers are the guys.
Live from the We the People broadcast studios in sunny Irondequoit, here's your host, Kimberly Ray.
It's hot. Sunny and hot.
Thank you.
Muggy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. No.
Well, you're sunny, hot, and muggy too. Why not? You could be.
Am I the Tin Man?
You are the Tin Man. Yeah, you look good. Are you the big conspiracy guy? Why are you doing your teeth like that?
I don't know. That just seems natural.
Well, it's a good look for you.
All right.
I mean, without a doubt, it's a good look for you, I think.
This is Conspiracy Theory Day, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of the show today?
It's Kimberly's Revolution, and the name of the show today is We're All Lab Rats.
Yeah. Okay.
We're all lab rats. That's all we are. Kimberly's Revolution.
Okay.
Make sure on YouTube when you're watching us, you subscribe. We appreciate that. You can watch us on the We the People podcast YouTube or Kimberly's Revolution, which is still there on YouTube. And hopefully, we're going to be okay with this episode. I don't know what YouTube and Apple Podcast does for views that don't go along with the crazy, but I think we're all just lab rats. And it is coming out, and Austin is a lab rat, and we'll talk to him about that a little bit later on. A couple of things we're going to get to today is, where did the coronavirus originate? Well, I've been saying, and I think President Trump had been saying, that it originated in China in a lab, and I don't know if they weaponized it. I don't know if it got out beyond their control. I don't know if it was a mistake. But we do know that a Chinese researcher had kind of blown the whistleblower ended up dying. We know this happened in December of 2019, and we're hearing now that researchers at that Wuhan lab had been sick for at least a month before the researcher at that Wuhan, China lab actually, spilled the beans and said what was going on. And then that researcher subsequently bit the big one. I don't know if it was COVID related or if China just got rid of them. But we're here today. We're going to talk about burn books and yearbooks.
All right.
And there's some funky stuff going
40
on.
years does some damage.
Yeah, we have our yearbook picture. We have our yearbook picture. I have your yearbook picture. And we're going to show those.
Okay.
Because there are two, there's a middle school and a high school. A middle school in Mississippi that apparently made their yearbook a burn book. Like, who would you least like to go on a trip with because they're no fun? And then they wrote in the people's name. I mean, Kids are mean. It's 7th and 8th grade, middle school. So,
They'll get over it.
Yeah, probably. But it probably shouldn't have ever happened. And then there's a school in Florida where I guess the yearbook advisor felt that some of the girls had maybe low-cut shirts on and were showing too much cleavage. So the yearbook advisor took it upon themselves to edit those photos to make the girls look like that. There it is.
There it is.
There's the girl, one of the girls that had her yearbook photo photoshopped.
They gave her a little bit of a tan too.
They gave her a tan and they cut out their cleavage because the yearbook advisor thought that was too much.
It's kind of an orangey spray tan there.
Is that the most ridiculous thing?
Yeah, that's stupid.
It really is stupid. So we're going to break down that story. And apparently I got on the wrong side of a local media personality.
Shocker.
I know. I have to look up the tweet because you talk about burn book or mean girls. I mean, all I said to this person, and this is a guy, by the way, it's a media personality. It's a guy. His name might be Bevan.
A little sensitive, is he?
Bevan Boston. It might rhyme with, might be Evan Dawson. Evan Dawson.
I don't know. I haven't watched the news since Walter Cronkite, so I don't know.
I asked you that. I said, "How is it
John
that
Hamilton?
How is it that you don't know any of these media personalities?"
Who watches the news, really?
But yeah, so Evan Dawson, basically is a mangina. I like the guy. I mean, I don't know the guy. I mean, I just know of his personality and what people have said about him, and he doesn't know me. All he knows about me is probably what people have said about me, right?
As another mangina,
it's all true, by the way.
As another mangina individual, I am a little insulted by that.
Are you a little sensitive?
But I'm non-confrontational, so I'm not going to say anything.
Evan was a little sensitive, and I told him that his tweet was ridiculous. What a ridiculous question. I'll break that down to a little bit later on. We're doing the vaccine scratch. Austin.
What?
Did you get so Austin, our producer, and by the way, Kimberly's Revolution is brought to you by Rockvox Productions. Fitz is the guy. He sets everything up. He makes sure that we get on all the platforms. He made sure we have Austin. Austin is here. He makes sure we get up on all the platforms. And Austin,
I appear to have an arrow in my eye, Austin.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's
okay. You know what?
That thing hurt.
It's the COVID vaccine that he got.
Right,
He's shooting arrows already.
Yeah.
He's turning
that's
into
it.
to some kind of I don't know, some kind of so you got the vaccine, right?
Yes, I did.
When did you get the vaccine?
My second shot was the last week in April, April 20 something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like it was today.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we were just talking about the vaccine in general.
Okay.
That was tinfoil hat,
Yeah.
and because he got his shot.
So how old are you?
I'm 28.
And are you married?
No.
Are you ever going to have kids that you think?
No, I'm not planning on it.
You're not.
So he's good.
Today you're not planning
well,
on it. Or ever?
I
don't want to delve too much.
Yeah, no,
into
that's
your
fine.
personal
Listen,
life.
He's been told never.
Okay.
Never to have children.
I was going to be an education major until I got into student teaching, and I realized I hate kids.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I don't plan on having it.
You hate other people's kids.
Yeah,
I do hate. Yes, I
generally that's the thing, Austin. We hate our kids are fine. Our kids are geniuses. That they're going to go on to win, some kind of Pulitzer Prize for something.
Just remember, mine came from my loins.
Yeah, my kids are great. But yeah, so he,
So Austin, start out with a rabbit. Okay, get a rabbit.
So here's
and then move up to a dog.
Because here's what
then you'll like kids.
It might be a conspiracy, and that's why Tom has his hat on.
All right, go ahead.
Is they're saying that anyone of childbearing age, men and women, should probably hold off on the vaccine because you don't know what it can do. And by the way, people your age, there's a 99.9% chance of recovery rate on COVID. It's like a cold, right? So, but you're vaccinated. We don't judge.
Okay, good.
When you start growing horns and a tail,
yeah, that's fine. And I won't judge you with my, for not having a tail. It's fine.
I
have a feeling that we'll be long dead before people of his generation realize what that really did to them.
Yeah.
It's gonna take years.
Yeah.
Just like I drink Coke every day, and that's gonna kill me at some point.
I know
right?
I thought you were drinking whiskey and Coke today,
No.
but you just have the
Chad hid the bottle on me.
you hid the bottle.
Yeah.
Is it become a problem?
Baby.
To say, Just Tom is hi. My name's Tom. Hi, Tom.
Hi
there. You go through the steps and everything because you might have a problem. So he's hiding the bottle. You know what they say when people start hiding bottles of booze from you? You do have a problem.
Yeah. So we need an intervention.
You might. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have enough.
I'm
time.
high on life.
So
Kimberly.
Just Tom is with me.
I
He's
am.
the conspiracy theorist in the hat. I
can hear.
You have to put that on. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Evan Dawson is on XXI. I think.
Is that Richard's grandson?
He was forced out, or he left 13. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what, but he had. Okay, so here's what irritates me. I said this the other day that I'm irritated when people say, "Be safe out there." Now you be safe, and I'm like, what am I safe from? Am I going to walk out into the Middle Ages and the Black Plague is going to be all over? Am I going to walk out of my house in a swarm of zombies?
Well, there are a lot of shootings in the city.
Well, I live in North Greece, Austin.
Oh, well, then you're fine.
We don't have shootings.
Then don't be safe. You're fine.
One for Austin.
So basically, Evan Dawson,
yes,
on Channel 13 had this tweet. And it was yesterday, and I don't know. I was feeling a little ornery.
Yesterday's news.
I don't have anybody really to argue with anymore, guys. It's I'm a real estate agent, and that's nice, Kimberly, and basically I'm nice, Kimberly, right? For the most part.
Really?
Austin, don't roll your eyes.
Really?
I didn't say anything. I don't know.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm nice, Kimberly, and when I'm a real estate agent, I have to be nice, Kimberly. I can't say to people sometimes what I'd like to say to people, or agents.
Now
but
I'm wondering what you're hiding from me.
But
that's
the majority of the time I'm nice, Kimberly. But sometimes I just want to, I just want to get into it, and I find myself, I stop myself, and I feel like I'm holding myself back. And yesterday I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it.
Shocker.
So Evan,
old Kimberly came out yesterday.
Evan Dawson tweeted, "Walked into work mask-free today. Felt great and so naked. How does mask-free life feel for you?"
Nice. A real feel-good piece.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Seriously?
Nobody
is
can
this
feel
where
good?
we are? How does it feel to be mask-free? Woo! Free at last. And I'm like, I feel fine because I haven't been wearing a mask, because I'm not a sheeple, because I don't go around bad with the rest of the sheep. And so I wrote very simply a very, very nice response. It was nice.
Simply and nice. Okay, go ahead.
Do you think that doesn't describe?
Probably not.
Why do you say that? And I said, what a ridiculous question. That's all I said.
Was it even
How
a
do
question?
You feel? How
or
do
was it
you
more
feel?
Of a statement?
What a ridiculous question. Period.
Period. Okay.
So he said, how do you feel about not wearing a mask? And he felt kind of, naked. And then he gets all snarky on me and says something to the point of, I'm not empathetic. He said, I'm going to suggest that other people might have different ideas and feelings and thoughts than you, and that's okay. In fact, it's what makes the world interesting. And here is where he gets passive aggressive. He just doesn't come out and say, you're a bitch, a thoughtless whore.
Yeah.
He just comes out and says,
so he's politically correct about
empathy and compassion are worthwhile pursuits. I encourage you to try it. And I'm like, okay.
Sounds like a very nice man.
I see your game, and I'm going to up you one.
Of course you did.
So I wrote back.
Shocker.
Because I couldn't help it. And this is on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly R Radio. I still have I know he's always snarky. Like he's just slightly more intelligent than you are.
Well,
right,
he is
Patriots?
than me.
He's just slightly above, a little bit more educated, quite refined. He's just better than you, right? Yeah. He just gives that off. And that may not be who Evan Dawson is. Again, I don't know him, but he comes off holier than thou, and I'm better than you. Me, I'm just a thoughtless whore sometimes. That's just me. I can't help it. I am what I am.
There's nothing wrong with either.
So I wrote back.
Snarky, thoughtless whore, they're fine.
I'm all about a difference of opinion. Aren't we all about a difference of opinion? I've always said that on my show when I was in radio for years. And we gave people and we give people here the platform to say whatever they want to say. I've never been one that didn't like a difference of opinions. And I can still like you because I'm a grown-up. You might be different. You might think different, but we're grown-ups and we can have the conversation. So what I said, I'm all about a difference of opinion. What I'm not about is simpering weakness and high-fiving over not wearing a mask, saying that I feel almost naked. Really? Because covering your face is not normal, right? And feeling free because you're not wearing a mask is also not normal. And that's where I left it.
Okay.
And then someone said, very passive aggressively, you seem to be such a nice person.
Shocking.
I'm a very nice person.
Yeah.
But somebody has to speak the truth.
It takes a couple glasses of wine to get there first.
You shouldn't. I wasn't drinking when I wrote that.
You should have been.
I try not to drink during the week because I think my husband's concerned as
they're hiding your bottles.
As Chad is hiding your bottles. Yeah, but no.
All right.
Nothing worse than a snotty guy. Yeah, that is true. Carol, tell it like it is. I have the same problem. Gingers are like that. I'm not a real ginger, but I will show you. My high school photo is obviously like the picture last week. So yes, there is a U.S. intelligence report. Put your hat on.
U.S. intelligence.
Put your hat on. You have to put your conspiracy.
This is one of the 17 U.S. intelligence agencies.
This is where we are. Everyone's saying, feel safe out there. Be safe. How do you feel that you know what? We come off as a lot of simpering pussies in this country. And don't you think that the other countries around the world are salivating because we're nothing but a melty mess on the floor. We're all about the feelings. And hey, listen, I'm all about the feelings. But there's some stuff that's going on. I know there's some stuff going on in the world. And instead of worrying about, hey, how do you feel not wearing a mask today? You should really be worrying where the freaking Wuhan virus came from and what are they cooking up next in China?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it came from China. I don't. And by the way, there shouldn't be any violence against those of Asian descent. I mean, that's ridiculous. But this, I don't know what exactly the situation was. If it was an accident or if they meant to weaponize this and it seeped out of their own lab and made a lot of people in China sick as well as all over the world. But a U.S. intelligence report found that several researchers at China's Wuhan research lab fell very, very sick in November of 2019, well before we heard about this coming in January, right? Well before the Wuhan researcher in that lab in December came out and said, hey, listen, we've been working on, kind of making a super virus and oopsie, it got out.
That we paid for. Fauci paid for.
Right. That we were paying from the Department of Health money to that lab to try to make a super virus. And something went categorically wrong with this particular virus. The director of the lab is denying the reports, but in the US, 25 states plus Washington, D.C. have come to the conclusion, the health directors, that there was something that can't really be explained. And I will get to the video of our own Surgeon General. And he has come out.
Who is the new Surgeon General?
His name is Jerome.
The other guy was fantastic.
Jerome Adams. Do we have the video of Jerome Adams? He is our Surgeon General. He was Surgeon General under Trump.
Oh, it's the same guy then.
He is still the Surgeon General today. Yeah.
Very sharp
Jerome
young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Okay.
To the origins of this virus.
Yep, that's
but
him.
CDC Director Redfield has been saying for a long time, and I believe this, if you had to pick what you thought the origin of this virus was, it's really hard to not believe that this came out of a lab at some point. It's just very unusual for something that has had this much of an impact to be this unique, to have come this quickly from an animal reservoir to humans.
And, you know, the reason why this is so important for scientists is to make sure that we don't see something like this happen again, another global pandemic. Talk to me very, very, very briefly about why it's important for us to find the origin of COVID-19.
Well, I think you summarized it well. This is important for us to understand so that we can prevent the next pandemic from occurring, or so that we can put the relationships in place right now to help us when the next pandemic does look like it's on the horizon. But what people need to focus on right now in the United States is not this lab leak theory, because it's not going to help us defeat the virus right now. What we need to
Well, I think it is important. He was saying basically how it originated doesn't matter. Now we've got to figure out. But my question is, the next virus that gets out, what might it be? Might it be even stronger and more powerful? And will it all? I know you might be portraying a really good conspiracy theorist. You can take the hat off now. But I'm just saying, what happens the next time a virus is released? What happens the next time that they're working on a super virus and they can't control it and they're too stupid to figure out how to release it to the general public? What happens then if it's 10 times stronger than what we're looking at with COVID? Now, generally, COVID is like a cold for most of us. I mean, there are a lot of people that we know had it, right?
Yeah. It was a little more than cold for me, but
yeah.
But
you okay, maybe like the flu, right?
Yeah, it was like a flu for 10 days. It was
right around, was it right around Christmas?
It was Christmas Eve. I came down with it.
Yeah. Oh, your camera's off. Christmas Eve.
I thought I pushed the button.
So,
damn it.
So the Surgeon General, and you heard him right there, said that there are a growing number of reports that provide an increasing amount of evidence that this was made, originated, and somehow let out of that lab in China.
Right.
And
well, I think pretty much.
They also say there are too many quinky dinks.
Yeah.
That it was an animal to animal situation, a bat to a pig. I mean, Contagion is that great Matt Damon movie, right? If you haven't watched that, have you seen Contagion?
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I like it. I mean, there are two, and things like the doctor who played in that Matt Damon movie, Contagion, got one of the vaccines and gave it to his, his wife. Remember, she lived in Chicago. They weren't together at that particular time. She came to him. He made sure that she got out of wherever. I mean, look at the Cuomos. They all had preferential treatment when it came to the coronavirus test, the COVID vaccines, all of that thing. There was preferential treatment at the top of the leaders. Probably not only in New York State, probably across the country, right?
And the world.
And the world. People of power, people who were politicians, got preferential treatment along with their families. The rest of us had to just, kind of sit out and watch what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But, the question is, what happens when the next vaccine is made, when they put together something in a lab somewhere and it turns out to be Frankenstein? Because for this, there were a lot of people that got sick and died. I don't think we can, deny that. For the majority of us, you just kind of got a cold and you were down for the count for a day or two.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to wait to see what the side effects are. It could take 10, 20 years, who knows?
And the side effects of the vaccine.
Just in general, everything. I mean, I know people of our parents' age that had rheumatic fever in the 1940s.
Mm-hmm.
And, that was something that was probably a SARS virus from the 1918 flu outbreak. It was probably a cast off of that. So nobody knows what's going to happen. And
nobody knows what happens once you get the vaccine. I'm all for vaccines, but I think you got to work on something for a little longer than just a couple of months and then try to roll out the vaccine, which, by the way, Austin, did you get a scratcher ticket when you got, had they rolled out that vaccine scratch? In the state of New York, they're giving away scratch-off tickets. You could win up to $5 million on a scratcher. They're like the same kind of scratch-off tickets that you go to Tops and get out of the machine.
Oh, it's not like, I figured it was like a quick pick for one of the lottery
things. It's a scratch-off ticket.
Oh.
And I don't know, the state controls that. I think there's basically maybe 4 winning tickets and scratchers.
Well,
throughout the entire state. You're never going to get one.
Here's the problem. They have all these vaccination sites still open, right? If you haven't gotten it by now, you're probably not going to get
Probably
it.
not
right?
going to get it. But here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to appeal to the gambler in you.
Yeah. So they're
Right?
targeting stupid people.
They're saying, hey, do you like to gamble?
Here's a dollar.
ticket. You know, it's like flashing candy before a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come get your scratcher ticket. How much taxpayer money is wasted on giving people scratch off tickets for going to get the vaccine?
Well, how much taxpayer money is wasted by having all these vaccination
But that's-
sites open with nobody coming?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I drive by the one every day on St. Paul over by the Hawkeye plant.
right.
Drive by it
Is
twice
that
a
the
day.
thing? Is that the thing that's got the white cover
Yeah,
on
the
it that
tents
looks
and
of the
everything.
tent?
Yeah, there's never anybody there.
No?
No.
Yeah, but
And yet
that's
there's like 50 people working there.
yeah,
I don't know
vaccine
what
scratch.
they're doing.
It's the new vaccine incentive program to get people to come in, appealing to the gambling side of you. They'll give you a scratch off ticket, and for getting a vaccine and, you know, possibly putting your life in jeopardy, you could win $5 million. You're not around to spend the $5 million, but you get the vaccine and you get a scratch off
All right,
ticket.
Kimberly, now question for you.
Yes.
What would it cost you? What would it cost you to get the COVID vaccine? How much? $500? $150? 10 grand?
I'm going to wait.
10 grand?
Okay, 10 grand I might. I don't know. I might.
$1,000?
Yeah, no, not for 1,000. No,
really?
not for 1,000.
Man.
Doesn't have to be under like $10,000 before you have to claim something.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I'd probably do it for some wings and beer.
$9,000 and you have to claim it to the IRS as income. Anything under 9,000 and you don't have to
Even
claim.
if it's a gift?
I don't know.
All right.
See, I leave all that to the guy who does
So
our taxes.
1,000's not enough and 10 grand is you're in for sure.
10 grand I might get the vaccine.
Might.
Not today. But maybe by December, I might get the vaccine. Because isn't that when they really kind of started working on the vaccine?
For 10 grand, I'd drive there right now.
Would you?
Oh, absolutely.
And what would you do with the 10 grand?
I don't know.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Joy says a lot of doctors are predicting autoimmune problems down the road from the vaccine. Yeah. Paul says Novavax COVID vaccine is pending. I don't know what Novavax is.
It's a company.
Very well tolerated. Will probably be the annual booster for all the variants that are out there. Yeah, because with viruses come the variants after the virus gets too smart for humankind and kind of multiplies or whatever, viruses do. They change. They're constantly changing, right? So you're going to have all these variants. You got the Brazil variant. You've got the European variant. They're all different. So it's never going away.
It's the melting pot of
think.
viruses.
But I think you have to find out where this started and what was the agenda behind it.
That's what the Democrats are like. We don't really know.
They don't
where
really
it
care.
started.
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't
right?
mean anything.
They just decimated an entire economic, platform of a country, right? Economically, this country was devastated. But we really don't want to investigate.
I got one little quick hot topic here.
What do you have? You're going to put on your hat again for this?
Because I think, I think that the whole thing is, when you talk about targeting individuals, because 25% of the population roughly is asymptomatic.
Mm-hmm.
I found out Lori and I have been doing, a straw poll. If you're negative, O negative blood or O blood, which is,
isn't that the most
well, O negative is like 5-6%. Those people appear to be immune. They're asymptomatic.
Okay.
If you're O positive, you're less likely than if you're A positive or A negative. And this is just straw poll. There's nothing. This is tinfoil hat stuff.
Okay.
That it's possible that this lab, when they created this, was targeting people of certain
blood type,
which may
to
be
see how their
certain
reaction,
ethnicity, more or less to blood. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about it.
Really.
But anyways, I know I'm A minus. Apparently A minus, you're automatic COVID.
I'm A negative.
Somebody sneezes on you.
You're A negative?
Yeah.
I'm A negative.
You're getting it then. Because I'm A negative and I got it, with ease.
I did not get it. And I was right across from you.
We're partners. We're blood
I know.
partners.
We were right across from each other for, I don't know, how many days prior and after.
I had full-blown COVID that night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And I sat right next to you.
And look.
And I ate some French fries out of your bowl.
You did.
Yes.
You did. That's right. We went to that
fat guy always grabs the extra French fries.
The pub in Bushnell's Basin, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I grabbed the extra French fries.
And here you are. You're here to talk about it.
Still alive.
You're still alive.
I think I lost some hair from COVID though.
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you've been that sick before, right?
No, actually, I'm not somebody that's ever sick. I haven't been sick in.
Oh, come on.
30 years.
Stop it.
I've never gotten sick. I mean, I'm being dead serious. That was the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
I have something to show you. It's what was your temperature, by the way?
I had between 101 and 102 temperature.
Do we have the temperature meme?
For a week.
I like this meme. There you are. The clown. You're just a clown.
Yeah. Okay.
You're a clown. That's what I thought Evan Dawson was being.
Yeah, I'll
too.
bend over.
I thought Evan Dawson was being a clown. I like the guy. I have nothing against him.
Seems like a nice man.
He just, you know what? That was a clown question for,
a softball question. Yeah.
It
was a feel-good story.
Everyone's so sensitive. And you're a clown too. You've been sicker before. You've been,
actually, I've never been sicker. No.
Never been sicker than you were with COVID.
Not without alcohol, no. Yeah, I've been sicker the other way.
We're back to you have a problem. You might have a problem. It is Kimberly's Revolution. We appreciate all of our sponsors, Fantuzzo's Acupuncture, Precision Lawn and Garden in Webster, Express Sealers, and Taylor Heating and Cooling.
Thanks, guys.
You need the cooling.
Girls.
You need the cooling today because it is muggy.
I gave them my deposit check. I'm waiting for Taylor to come over to put the air
Are
conditioning.
you?
Yeah.
They're going to do that?
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Didn't need that 12 grand.
You don't, right?
No, of course not.
What was it, you or was it Chad the other day that brought up the cicadas?
You mean Jesus?
The cicadas.
Yeah, no, it was Chad.
Oh, it was Chad? Because have you seen the story about how we don't have the cicadas up here yet, right? Because it's too cold. And I think in the next couple of days, it's going to get kind of chilly again.
These are the killer June bugs.
But, because in the South, they'll eat anything as long as it's fried or covered in chocolate, right?
Right.
And so this woman, and I'm not sure if she's a chef or what she is.
Cicada sandwich?
But nope, chocolate covered cicadas. So I guess they fry them up and then they cover them in chocolate. But we have the video.
People eat bugs, right? They're high in protein.
I think we have the video.
Next one is interesting, to say the least. A candy shop in Maryland is cashing in on the Brood X cicada invasion. The shop is making a once in every 17 years treat. Chocolate-covered cicadas.
No.
The owner of Chiquette Chocolate says there is a lot of interest from customers who are brave enough to take a bite.
That's disgusting.
It's really a lot like a chocolate-covered potato chip. It's really crunchy because we air fry them. So we clean them first, then we air fry them, and then we dip them in chocolate, and you can sprinkle whatever spice you want on top.
This lady's crazy.
She promises the chocolate used to dip the cicadas in is not used for dipping anything else. And if real cicadas are not your thing, the shop also sells bug-free cicada-themed chocolates, including a cicada-shaped chocolate mold filled with marshmallow cream, cornflakes, and candy. That might be more my speed.
Yeah.
I consider myself pretty adventurous.
Yeah, you know what they say, don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah, okay.
I love the host. I love the host.
Oh, the back and forth.
The host is laughing, and inside his breath, he's going, "Yep, this lady's crazy."
Yeah, absolutely. But you can't say that.
No.
Who makes it? You know what? Let's go get all those cicadas and we'll fry them up and we'll dip them in chocolate. And that sounds tasty.
That's by definition all natural.
That is tasty. That is not tasty. That is nuts. That is crazy. Who thinks of stuff like that?
Hey, we've all made weird stuff when we're too hungry.
Right. I mean, they even fry pickles now. People are frying pickles. What did you say, Austin?
Austin, that's in the Botters Feeders movie. You guys are sitting there on the couch eating fried chocolate-covered cicadas.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a good hit piece.
Just fry anything. It all tastes good.
Anything fried tastes good, right?
Sure.
No, I don't think so.
Austin's all in on that.
So have to break down this story about and by the way, so do you know what's trending and is selling like great guns? Because now guess what we have too much of? Because of this whole COVID thing. Guess what we have too much
masks?
of? Sanitizer.
Well,
the masks are all over. The masks are like the plastic bags.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
The masks are like they're in the trees, they're on the ground, they're in the parking lots. People are they're throwing them everywhere. They're the biggest, People are just, it's awful.
So hand sanitizer went from $5 to 38 cents.
Hand sanitizer, we have too much of all of a sudden.
Right.
But here's what there has now been a run on: teeth whitener, mouthwash, and apparently deodorant. Because during COVID, you smell and you don't brush your teeth.
What?
I don't know. People have been holed up for so long because they're sheeple. They haven't been we never stopped doing whatever we were doing.
You're still going to brush your damn teeth.
People didn't, apparently.
This is a millennial problem.
Okay.
This is fake news.
I know someone
who doesn't brush their teeth
that would go 3 or 4 days. She would just get up and put a halfway decent shirt on and wouldn't shower for 3 or 4 days during the week. I swear to God. I can't say who they are because they might have been a client at one point in time. But I'm just saying, I know this to be true because she said, oh yeah, it's Thursday. I haven't taken a shower since Sunday.
Okay.
But during COVID, you don't go into the workplace, right? And now people are all starting to come back to work. And so they're, I guess, now buying deodorant and teeth whitener and mouthwash.
Just think, before COVID, it was all the fragrance-free office environment, remember?
Now people got to, take a shower and actually smell good. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Because no one can really see you well over Zoom, right? I mean, they see.
We had that story.
They see you sort of. Well, they'll see you whacking off if that's what you're doing in the background. Yeah, don't do that. But yeah, this is what people are doing. That Macy's and Target and all these, and I think Procter and Gamble said, their stock is up because there's been a run on all those products.
Being the Anglo-Saxon that I am from northern, the North Country.
Yeah, the North Country.
Where's
the North Country?
I don't sweat, generally speaking.
My husband doesn't sweat.
I don't sweat at all.
He sweats, but he doesn't smell.
I don't wear. You
can smell me down the street.
Yeah, I don't wear deodorant sometimes. I usually do, but I mean, even somebody like me who doesn't smell, who doesn't need deodorant, I still do it.
Are you sure you don't smell?
No, I think I'm good.
Susan's laughing. I don't know. Please don't unbutton the shirt. We don't want to see if you've showered today. I know. Oh my God, please stop it. I was going to say, if I were anyone else, there would certainly be some kind of a harassment or, some kind of a suit.
Yeah.
All right.
Get in line, sister.
So I told you, get your high school yearbook photo out for me.
I couldn't find it.
Do we have our high school yearbook photos?
It's been 40 years. Where the hell was that thing?
Did you? So you found? There's Tom. Just Tom.
There I am.
Circa 1982. What high school?
West Irondequoit.
West Irondequoit.
Yeah.
Nice. I was just over showing
I
a house.
Still have that suit.
I was showing a house to Aunt Mel on. Is it Quay Drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up off the Eaton Road.
Mm-hmm. It had white carpet though. It was right out of there.
A handsome young man there.
You were a handsome young man.
Yeah.
There I am.
Holy crap.
That is me. 1984. Still a redhead.
Did you get lost in Hansel and Gretel?
What do you mean? With the shirt?
That?
With the shirt?
Did you
What do you mean you don't like that shirt? I had shorts on. I had red shorts on. That was a sweater. I don't know. My mom picked it out. She said, wear this. It'll be cute.
Little Dutch girl.
It's a cute shirt.
The bow tie really brings it all together.
Here's the thing I don't understand.
Why are you making fun of my bow tie? You know what? You're like a mean girl.
You
are. You're making me feel self-conscious.
I think that picture is beautiful of you. Now, here's the thing that I don't understand.
Yeah.
I graduated in 1982.
Right.
Show my picture. Brother Austin.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now put Kimberly's up from 1984. 2 years. Where the freaking color come from? Right?
Well, apparently
Did they invent color?
My school maybe had a little bit more fundage to deal with when it came to senior pictures.
Did you pay extra for that?
Or maybe your mom and dad said, we don't need Tom in color.
Yeah.
It's just he's good enough in black and white.
Who are you looking at? Is it cross-eyed or are you looking up to the corner
Oh
there?
my God.
Who are you looking at?
Cross-eyed.
Are you
What's
cross-eyed?
wrong with you? No, I'm not cross-eyed. I'm looking at the camera
No,
guy.
you're not. You're looking up in the corner.
He's over here holding up a thing. He's like, look here.
Kimberly, over here, Kimberly.
And that's what you look at the thing. And then
What are you looking at?
I don't know.
what are you looking at?
I'm not looking at anything because I'm an idiot. I'm like, really? I got to
There's
put the
nothing
suit
going
on?
on.
Not a thing. Not a
There's
damn
not
thing.
a thing going on in that head.
I'm thinking.
I think the tinfoil hat helps you.
I'm thinking.
It betters your look.
I can tell you right now what I'm thinking. Cheez-Its. Or maybe I'll get pizza for lunch.
So there is a high school.
All right.
There's our senior pictures. Here's this little girl. There she is. Can you see the difference?
That's stupid.
Can you see the difference? What's the difference, Patriots? What's the difference?
She got a spray tan in the other photo.
Yeah. There is a high school in Florida where they thought it would be a very good idea to Photoshop the pictures of all the girls that they thought weren't dressed appropriately. Because, you know, girls shouldn't have cleavage. It's only their body, right? They're 17 and 18 years old. They're called boobs. And, you know, we all have them. But apparently, whoever the yearbook advisor took it upon themselves to change all of these pictures. Is that the most ridiculous thing?
Yeah, that's stupid.
And that girl wasn't the only girl. I mean, there were, you know, several other girls that took a look at their picture and went, "Oh my God, what's wrong with this? It doesn't look the same. Something's completely wrong."
Yeah, if you didn't have the evidence, I tell you that's fake news. Because who would do that?
Right?
That's stupid. I mean, aren't we all different? Isn't that the whole reason?
How about
for
we just
human
make
beings?
people feel bad about their bodies and, oh, it's too much cleavage. Oh, we can't have that.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could have taken 10 pounds off of your picture.
I mean, how do you even fix that, right? I'm sorry, what?
Say what? Did I say something?
Did you just say I was fat?
I don't know.
In my picture?
Put it back up.
I am not fat.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
I have a fat face. I think maybe I weighed 100 pounds there. Maybe.
Well, you outweighed me.
Maybe 105. Because I do know that I was a cheerleader when I went to college, and we had weigh-ins every Friday, and you couldn't weigh over a certain weight.
Really?
Can you imagine if they did that now? Oh yeah, college cheer. We had weigh-in every Friday before Saturday football games.
Well, it wasn't real college.
It was Northwest Missouri State University.
Yeah,
Why
thing.
do you go there with me?
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
It's not like it was Brockport State.
So so the yearbooks are out there. And so here now is the problem. All these girls have had their pictures altered, and all the school is saying is, "We're really sorry. We understand that you're upset. The yearbook advisor is no longer in charge of the yearbook." You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about no longer, you don't get to teach anymore? How do you make that unilateral decision for everyone in the yearbook? I mean, these are seniors, you know, some of these girls that had their pictures photoshopped.
Yeah, she's going to have that book forever.
Now you're saying that cleavage is bad and it shouldn't be showing in a picture. What the hell is wrong with people? So we have that situation in Florida. The other situation is in middle school in Mississippi, and the yearbook came out, and it's more like yearbook / burn book. So let me just throw this at you. And I know this is a long shot, Tom. Have you seen the movie Mean Girls?
Yes,
You
many
have?
times. Yes. I love the weather girl.
Hallelujah. Oh, she I think it's going to rain.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah, she's
hilarious.
the best. Yeah,
Lindsay
it's a great
Lohan was
movie.
out there before she went sideways.
Great movie.
It was a good movie. So this middle school in
Not as good as
Hancock,
Happy Gilmore, but it was a good movie.
in Hancock County, Mississippi, they published and put out the yearbook, but the yearbook is more like a burn book because the yearbook contained phrases like, "Which friend would you not invite on spring break?" And then people would put the name in of that person. "I'd like to spike a volleyball at the face of whatever," and a person's name would pop up. And so screenshots of the yearbook posted on Facebook showing that middle schoolers were answering the prompts like, whatever name, like, oh, I don't like Brian. He walks funny. I would never take Brian on a trip because he's a weird
Do you
guy.
want to know what mine would have been?
What?
You got to come up with yours.
Okay.
Mine would have been, who's the person in the class that nobody knows? Mine would have been, there's this person. It's like, who's this guy? Is he really in our school?
So you were that guy?
Yeah,
Nobody knew you?
I was that guy.
You were just kind of like Wallflower Tom?
I'm the shadow. I told you.
And now you're just Tom?
I'm the shadow. Yeah,
you don't want to make any waves?
I had like 3 friends. It was very sad.
Mine would have said the girl should put down her pom-poms at some point.
Okay, we'll go with that for now.
Because I was that girl. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
You know, here's what I know. I know kids are mean. And again, the school district has the same thing. We're working very hard to make sure this doesn't happen in the future. Well, what do you do now that you have all these sayings with these kids and now they feel bad about themselves? Isn't it bad enough that social media makes our kids feel bad enough that we have to post things like this in a freaking yearbook? Right. That we can't, that there's no one smart enough on the yearbook staff to say, you know what, questions like that aren't really very nice. Then, you know, I can be mean to adults because they should be able to take it. But when you're talking about 7th and 8th graders, you know, we're on a whole different level, right? You shouldn't be asking, hey, what friend would you not invite on spring break because they're boring? Because that's going to hurt. That'll hurt someone's feelings.
Right. So did you being one of the popular girls in school?
I didn't say I was one of the popular girls. Who would say that?
Did you used to like throw things at like kids like me that were sitting in the corner by themselves?
No, I liked everyone. I got along with everyone.
Okay.
And if you're a pansy ass, I made sure you knew you were a pansy ass, but at least I was honest.
The girl sitting next to me in homeroom used to call me Tom ass. I never corrected her.
At least she was honest. No, she didn't need any correcting. I never corrected her. Right? She probably.
That was my name, Tom ass.
Tom ass?
Yeah.
But I get it. Tom ass.
Yeah. Well, it's, 10th grade. For 3
slow.
years, every morning I'd walk in and she'd go, 3 years. I'd walk in every morning. She'd go, good morning, Tom ass. How are you?
That's pretty funny.
Of course, she was one of the cool kids and I wasn't. I'm still a little upset about it.
Do you want to check in to see how President Biden is doing?
Sleepy?
Is
he awake?
It's about as concerning. Concerning as where the Wuhan virus originated.
Where's Joe today?
Yeah, it's I don't think Joe knows.
So he got his blue suit on?
I saw this online. It has not been doctored.
Uh-oh.
Here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I'm
ready.
President of the United States.
Of the United States. Of America.
I talked through the thing again.
Yes, shut up. Okay, awesome. Please stop.
All right.
Maybe put your headphones on so you can actually, hear the video.
Have you heard it? Have you heard it? Oh my God. Are you stupid?
All right. Here
what am I listening to?
I right now.
There's, there to be, beginning this effort for 2021 is, I think we've learned a few lessons from last year as well. There's help. They're, being there to help clear roads, rebuild main streets, and so that the families can get back to their lives. That's what FEMA does every single day.
Okay, start that over and just play the beginning.
But there's, there to be, beginning this effort for
stop.
2021.
That's frightening. That is the president of the United States of America. Other countries
he bubbles worse than I do.
Are looking at Americans not only as pansy asses, and we're so sensitive because we got to ask the question, how do you feel not wearing a mask today? But we got a president that's that. What are we doing? What is happening to us? What is our future with that? And
somehow that man got the most votes of any person that's ever run for
any
election in the entire history of our country.
There is no way.
More people than ever voted for that guy.
That is a complete and utter fabrication. That guy right there could not have won any election. Again, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I'm just saying, yeah, don't do that, because then you can't hear things and you talk right over the video, which you're good at. I'm going to go through basic, like things with you, which you're not supposed to do when you do a podcast or radio.
I thought it was deodorant, toothpaste, and what was the other thing?
Yeah. So that's our president. Do you think Putin or the president in China or whatever his name is, do you think they're looking at that and going, that's a tough guy. That's a guy we're scared of. That's a guy that we don't want to push around. That's a guy that we don't know what he's going to do next. Is that the guy?
No.
Play that one more time.
As he's sitting in his bathhouse getting his daily massage, the president in China is like,
But there's to be, beginning this effort for 20.
Oh God, I can't. Frail, senile. He looks like he needs to be fed baby food, and he needs to be walked to the nearest, I don't know, bathroom because he pooped himself.
He can still wipe his own ass, can he?
I don't know. That is the representative of the United States of America.
That's actually a good question. Can the president wipe his own ass?
I don't even know.
He's got to be able to, right?
No, the election was rigged. That's from Darcy. Darcy, you're right. The election was rigged. YouTube will probably, kick us off for that and the Wuhan virus thing. Yep. But I don't know. Screwed. But here's the thing. That is the face of America.
Welcome
and
to
we've
jail.
got idiot media people like Evan Dawson asking you how you feel without a mask. For God's sakes, if there was any kind of major issue, catastrophe, what have you, we're in a world
screwed.
of shiatsu.
Hey, Kimberly, now.
I mean, we're not the generation anymore who could fight 2 wars and kick ass. We are not there any longer.
I got something very important.
Yes.
Stay safe, sweetheart. Okay?
Oh my God, I hate that. Drives me freaking crazy. All right. So Kimberly's Revolution. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Just Tom has his daily take. What's your daily take?
Well, I want to expand a little bit on yesterday, but you were such a bitch that you wouldn't let me finish my conversation.
Oh, you're not going to continue today, are you?
I have to do the spin. You only let me get out the bad part. You didn't let me spin it. But first I have something else.
Oh, okay.
After last Tuesday's show. All right. I'm an idiot in
Tuesday or last Wednesday?
Last Tuesday.
So we do the Daily Show Tuesday and Wednesday, and then Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesdays at 4, we do Kimberly's Revolution with all of us.
This Kimberlina sent me a text after the show last Tuesday.
Oh boy.
So I'm going into the Kimberlina.
Which text was it?
I'm going into the Kimberlina text file.
Was this bitch text or was it the text that makes you?
I'm going into the Kimberlina to Tom text. Okay. This is what she says.
Okay.
The show was really good today. For zero mic or on-air experience, you are already light years ahead of most idiots on the radio who have been doing this forever. Okay. Most people would listen to that and they say, yeah, this is just a backhand compliment. You just, whatever.
Yeah.
He's this idiot that I'm sitting across from. I deserve a professional, but we don't have any money. So it's not like we could pay anybody good to do this.
Sure.
Right. She doesn't want to do it by herself. So to me, this is, I'm thinking, okay,
I don't do stuff like this.
I'm thinking that she's given me a backhand compliment, right? But this is the way I looked at it.
Okay.
This is the way I looked at it.
I think you're cute.
I'm cute.
Magnificent.
I'm cute. I'm cute.
Oh, you're so crazy.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
That's the way I thought.
Is that the way you felt?
Yes.
Instead of looking at as a bad text, you took it the way it was meant to be. I gave you, I know, because sometimes I can send texts and they can be a little bitchy.
All right.
And then but I meant that. I mean, for a guy that's never sat behind a microphone before.
And has a speech impediment.
You don't have a speech impediment.
Yeah, I do. All right. To finish yesterday's take.
No, I think we're good there.
You were such a biatch about it.
Right?
No.
I was not a biatch about it. You were wrong. There was nothing else to discuss.
It's an opinion. You just said 45 minutes ago that you cherish everybody's opinion.
Except for that.
Okay, this is the spin.
With the exception of that.
This is the spin to yesterday.
Spin.
Okay.
Spin doctor.
Okay.
Okay.
The government, being New York State, they make all these traffic laws that to generate income, right? They create these traffic laws. Sure. The whole point of it is to generate income.
Yes. I would agree with you.
To pay for their social programs. And then they turn around and they use the police department to enforce these social programs.
Sure.
To, the traffic violations.
Right.
Like the red light camera.
Mm-hmm.
What, hey, all you had to do was just not run a red light, right? But apparently the red light cameras are racist because
right, they only captured people in the city.
Right.
Well, and a lot more people. The only people that weren't paying
the bills.
They weren't paying the bills were the people.
So that's the whole point of this is that now, the issues happen that the police are forced to make these traffic stops to enforce these laws that are in the penal code, right? But so like the red light cameras, these laws unfairly target minorities simply because they are less likely to jump through the hoops that are necessary so that you don't avoid fines.
They don't give a rat's ass.
Right.
They've got nothing to lose.
My question to you,
nothing to lose.
My question to you that you didn't let me finish yesterday because you were such a bitch. Oh, by the way, to everybody that's on the Kimberly's Revolution group page.
Yes.
Stop using the word bitch, please.
Who's using the word bitch?
Because every time somebody uses the word bitch, Facebook censors us for some reason.
They do?
Yeah. So we have
you can't use the word bitch?
Apparently not on our Facebook page. Okay.
That cannot be true, right?
So the question here is
what would that be?
The question here is
use biatch instead.
Do we enforce these traffic laws and deal with the side effects of pulling people over that, because they got a busted tail light, somebody ends up getting shot? Or do we just don't bother to enforce any of these laws and just let it get away with everything?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Not
enforce
everyone.
The laws.
99% of people who get pulled over, they do everything that the officer, they're respectful, they're pleasant, they're nice. It's they do everything that's expected when you get pulled over because you were speeding or you went through the light when you weren't supposed to, or that whatever was going on.
So to you, these laws, these traffic laws, and all whether it's inspections or whatever the case may be, to you that's public safety.
Yes.
To me, that's income generation for the state. That's just money that they're getting their cut on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's an interesting take. It's a wrong take, but it's an interesting.
Right.
Take.
Maybe it's both.
Maybe it is both.
All right,
we can agree to disagree.
I respect your opinion.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, I take it back. You're no good on the mic.
Damn it!
All right, that's going to do it for Kimberly's Revolution. As we always say,
God bless. Be kind to others.
Rejuvenate, restore, refresh, and heal. At Fantuzzo Acupuncture, we seek to help achieve effective health and wellness in an elegant spa-like atmosphere. Fantuzzo Acupuncture specializes in traditional acupuncture, cosmetic anti-aging acupuncture, acupressure, cupping, CBD topical creams, and more. Approach healthcare holistically. Visit FantuzzoAcupuncture.com to book online today. FantuzzoAcupuncture.com.
From attic to basement, we're here for you. It's quality service in all we do. Call Taylor. 500 help.